There we go. All right. What's going on, YouTube? So, I just got back in the house after, the other stuff. But I wanted to make a quick video on, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. You already know. But I want to make a video on, cloud coverage again. Not in the sense of the relationship between the Wi-Fi, the data, the Bluetooth, and us being 9-ether beings, but taking a negative and turning it into a positive with that when the clouds aren't too thick, when you can still see the sun. What do I mean by this? So on days, I did this past week, yesterday, day before, but when it was sunny and there was not a cloud in the sky, and I went to do yoga, and then there were clouds and it got a little cloudier, but I still felt the sun. I continued doing yoga, and then I just did some meditation, started off by doing deep breaths, right? But at some point in the day, it just went to being completely cloud coverage. And I told myself I could go back to the house and choose to just chill inside, which is fine when no one else is here. But I was like, I could do bottom line, I could do nothing inside or I could do nothing outside. Because it was not cold, it was just cloudy, and it was warm enough because, the Kundalini energy right now is high as hell. Let me not say high as hell, but it's affecting the planet to the point where when there is all of that cloud coverage and the wind is blowing, it is not cold, at least for this past week when it has happened. It is cool and still warm enough to be outside, and after it being hot with no cloud coverage and then it being cool, it feels nice. So where am I going with this? I turned my day of it being yoga and more active and meditation into a sun gazing day. Because the sun, when you stare at the sun, when you're out in the sun, it can help give you cosmic downloads, especially if you have your ether out, whether it's in its natural state and it's loose in an afro, or if it is two-strand twisted, if it's braided, or if it's locked. And then if you got some twists going on with your already twisted, locked hair, or braided locked hair. Same thing applies for your braids or your twists. And I ended up, since, I couldn't just be out and get those cosmic downloads since there was cloud coverage and focus on meditation, I ended up just turning it into a sun gazing day. And you can still focus on receiving information, healing your body, reconnecting with that inner divine consciousness in your higher self, unlocking more of that dormant, frozen DNA, which has been unthawing, and raise your frequency when it is still cloudy, but you can see the sun. Like, you can see either the full ball or you can see some of the rays behind the clouds. I just focus on that day. I ended up just focusing on staring at the sun, so I turned that negative, which was and it's not negative to see clouds, but there was negative intent behind me being outside, and it's clear to the desired effect of there being cloud coverage, to the point where hopefully he'll go back inside. And I just, in that moment I wanted to be outside, so I ended up just staring at the sun. And I could not have done that safely and in a healthy way had there not been any cloud coverage. So take that negative, turn it into a positive. And through doing that, it was a very peaceful and calming day and way for me to refuel my body. And over the whole course of the day, the sun then eventually came out and I was able to do some more meditation and yoga and just, be and breathe. But it was very relaxing and refueling. and just so energizing being able to stare at the sun without having to wait for it to be the evening, which right now in Colorado is like 7 p.m. I shouldn't say evening, but for when it sets, and I'm never out of bed early enough to see it rise, at least not yet. So I just wanted to make this video, you know, turn whatever that negative is into a positive. You can still have that positive outcome from someone else's negative intent desire, for it to be a negative for you. Remember your power. So now I'm gonna end this video and say I want to send positive energy to all the 9 ether beings, and I hope you're eating a tasty snack tonight. Until next time.